Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keeping it real.
Hello, and
Welcome back
to the channel. My name is Steven, and this is Steel Keeping It Real. This isn't BTS Saturday, of course. It's a Monday, but I did see that Suga released an audio of his song Over the Horizon. So I wanted to strike while the iron is hot and get it out there so y'all could hear my particular reaction to this song. Now, I'm going to be on this trend coming up, playing a lot of songs because I want to get my viewership or my subscriptions at least up to 500. Now, we've gone on this journey ever since I first started. I set small goals for myself, but then they kept way over exceeding what I expected. So now, there was a lot, like I wanted to have 200 or 300 by the end of the summer. Well, next week is officially the end of summer. So I'm trying to at least get to 500 by next week. So I hope you guys can help me do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this particular one, even though it's not BTS Saturday, but I don't think I could wait until Saturday because the song by that time would already be old news as far as, other reactors doing this song. So I don't know what it is other than, Sugar over the Horizon. I don't know what Sugar's solo type of music is. We already know what RM's is, and I liked it, and it was pretty hard. But back in the 70s, there was a band called Kiss, if you've ever heard of him. Gene Simmons, who had his own, reality TV show, if you know him by that. But Kiss, who was a major group in the 70s, decided to each release a solo album, and they all did. Well, there was, and a lot of it was, their normal type of rock and roll, but each, one would have their mark on it for themselves. But then there was a song called Beth, and I believe Beth was by, give me a minute, I know it's between two people, and I just got to remember who it is. Let me see, I think it's Ace Frehley. Give me a moment. No, I think it's Peter Criss. I'm almost positive it's from the picture. It looks like it's Peter Criss. No, it wasn't off of their solo. It was off of their Destroyer album, and I believe it is Peter Criss, who was the drummer. There it is, I just found it. Who was the drummer. So he released this ballad called Beth, and it had strings in it, like orchestral strings in it and things like that, and it became a super hit. But it was unexpected, because, you guys were playing things like Back in the New York Groove, which I think was Ace Frehley. That was off of his solo album, and it was kind of like a disco type rock song, and then you had just the normal things that Chris did, and then it became this trend, especially in the 80s, up until the early 90s, that if you're a rock and roll band, the best thing for you to do is to do a ballad, a power ballad. and they all started to do it, whether it be Journey, whether it be Foreigner, whether it be Poison, whether it be Motley Crue, whether it be Whitesnake. They all of those rockers, Def Leppard, all of these groups did a power ballad, and it just was became a signature. If you're in a rock group, you just had to do it. So I don't, like I said, I don't know what his is. It's going to be nice to hear what he brings to the table as a solo artist. So without any further ado, here is Suga with Over the Horizon.
And here we go. Openness to the new world, to the epic every day. Life opens up. To the epic every day. Life opens up with Galaxy.
All right, so that was Over the Horizon. Stop. There we go. That was Over the Horizon, and I was actually looking because it was started off with certain lyrics, and then there was this build up, and I was expecting to hear lyrics, and I didn't. And then the musician in me, because I used to write music back in the day. As far as I didn't do lyrics, I did music composition and things like that. The musician in me kicked in because, okay, this is an instrumental. Okay, well, if this is Suga and this is an instrumental, I'm very impressed by the music composition of this song. It had an epic sweep to it. And then, as you saw me, I was looking up. At first, I was looking to see if there's any lyrics, and then I realized that when it says, BTS Suga reimagines Samsung's Galaxy's iconic ringtone over the horizon, and I was like, oh, no wonder I kind of recognized in the back of my head certain notes that sounded like they went together, and I had heard it before. But if Suga, and I don't know if I could find it in such a quick time, if Suga did all the music on this, then I am extremely impressed. Extremely. Because I could hear little tones in there, the kind of violin or what they use in Asian music. It had that little tinge, and then it had like those kind of Asian drums, those heavy drums that you see with the guys with the sticks and the big giant drums that they're beating on, and it had that kind of sweep in there, and then you had the keyboard that was in there, and it just and you could just almost imagine yourself somewhere, and this is where my mind took me. It imagined me being somewhere where I was in like a Japanese or something like that movie scene, and you just got cherry blossom petals falling down, and like that, and then I could do this with my beard, because that's what there's always one dude who has long white hair and a long white beard that tends to want to do that, and so if I was like, that's where it took me. So I like it. I see that even though Suga can sing, he's an instrumentalist, and that is a thumbs up in my book. And to take something so obscure as a ringtone and then turn it into something that's epic like this, that's great. I absolutely love it. So again, thumbs up from me. So if you've made it this far, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and peace.